Hey, Stevie. Stevie, where are we going? Where are we going? The Min Pin knows. And hey everyone, I'm Cassandra with Spokehaven, and today you're going to follow me on a vlog. So we are driving to Hastings, Michigan to race in the Barry Roubaix, or well, I'm racing in the Barry Roubaix tomorrow morning, and I am doing the 36-mile option. So originally Carrie and I were supposed to do it together, but we have a hard time finding a dog sitter these days, so the dog's coming with us. So we're going to drive our 6 hours to Hastings and go to packet pickup and get our campsite all set up. And then tomorrow morning I will be waking up and lining up and racing the 36 miles. I've never done the Barry Roubaix before. This is only my second ever gravel race. So I'm very excited. I've heard really good things. I've heard that the course is marked really well and that it's a lot of fun. And so I did ride this route on my indoor trainer last December. It's been a minute. I haven't really been training other than working out in the gym because I've been working these like awful split shifts at work, which are ending, thank goodness. So it's gonna be interesting. On my trainer, I did it in like 2 hours, 22 minutes, I think. So I have really no expectation of just doing the best that I can. I'm trying out some new tires on my bike, some different Renee Hurst tires. I'm a big fan of that brand and those tires and that company. So I look forward to trying out a slightly different setup on my bike. It's not going to be too much different from what I did in my last gravel race, other than I'm going to have a treaded tire versus like a smooth. All tires have treads, but I'm going to have a knobby treaded tire versus a smooth treaded tire. So we'll see how that all works out. But anyway, I got to finish up taking the dog out. We're going to get some coffee and then we're going to head on our way. We've made it to Michigan. How about that? As you can tell, lighthouses, signage, all that good stuff. So we're just taking a little rest stop to let the dog do her thing, for us to stretch our legs and go to the bathroom. This is only our second stop. There was all the oases are closed. But yeah, so far like the bike has been great on the car, no issues there. And we're like, I think we're like 2 hours out from Yankee Springs, which is where we're going to be staying this weekend. Michigan and northern Indiana has been beautiful. It's been a while since I've been to this part of the Midwest, so hopefully we'll get to document some more of beauty and take some photos and videos and stuff. Stevie Nicks, what are you doing? Hi, are you excited? Do you like this rest stop? Hi, Pin. All right, we made it to our campground. Finally, we ended up having to make a little pit stop for some food. I think about an hour out from Yankee Springs because we were just so incredibly hungry and didn't want to dig out food to cook at a rest stop. We just wanted to make it easy. But we survived, we're here. It's actually pretty beautiful. The only critique I have thus far about Yankee Springs is we are just a very, very short walk away. We're in campsite 86, and this is right maybe 100 feet away from where we're staying. And the fall colors are starting to come in. This would be a great place to paddle. Bring a paddleboard, bring a boat. I'm regretting not packing our paddleboards, but we can't fit bikes and paddleboards and tents and dog and all that in our vehicle. Maybe one day we'll upgrade to more of like a camper van situation, a small camper van situation, so then we can fit everything in there. But yeah, look at this view behind me. It's gorgeous. So far there's no bugs, so that's cool. But yeah, we're going to go to do packet pickup, and then we're going to come back and finish setting up camp. Our campsite is basically just a patch of dirt, so everything's just myself, Carrie, the dog, everything we own is just kind of covered in dirt at the moment. So I got showered up. Full disclosure, the showers, they're warm, but the water pressure is trash. It's really, really loud here. We're staying for 2 nights, so I'm kind of hoping that some people leave tomorrow. We're also looking into hotel options. I know that sounds kind of bougie of us, and it is. The only gripe I have about like state campgrounds and like KOAs and things is just they're really freaking loud, and like there's no privacy here, no privacy whatsoever. Like literally our neighbors are like right next to us on either side. My face is being lit up by truck lights. We're sleeping in the car on the Luno. Some of you have asked me to talk a little bit more about the Luno specifically, because a lot of you have asked, like, so we have the HRV, the Honda HRV. A lot of you have asked like the dimensions of the back and then the dimensions of the mattress and like how we have it set up and stuff. So I may just do like a very short overview of the Luno. We've only used it a few times too. Like we haven't taken it out. We haven't owned it for more than a year. So I can't really say how it's gonna hold up. I'll likely just do a separate video on it. And I also want to thank everyone because I hit 100 subscribers. Woo! Milestone. I'm not really doing this to become a big YouTuber or anything. It's just kind of like a memory book for me, a way to kind of look back on some of the stuff that I've done at this time period and kind of what I was involved in. And it's a fun way for myself and Carrie to look back on trips and be able to kind of like relive our memories of those. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed thus far. Please feel free to tell your friends. I got my bike all ready to go. I'll show you guys tomorrow what it looks like. It really hasn't changed much from the Topstone from like previous videos and iterations, other than the new tires, but I'll still go over what it looks like. And this is getting a little long in the tooth, so I'm going to go to sleep. See you guys tomorrow morning. All right, it is race morning. Oh my gosh. We decided to pack up the entire car because there's like 100% chance of rain or 90 or something like that. So I see a few stragglers here at the campsite, also getting ready for their races. I'm happy with my wave time. I don't start until 10:30. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is I think the route that I had pre-ridden previously only had 1,300 feet of climbing, and it's saying that the elevation on the route that we're riding today has 2,200 feet of climbing. And I haven't ridden, like properly ridden or trained for this at all, so it is what it is at this point. It's a gravel ride. It's not a race. I'm not gonna try to go fast because I know I'm just gonna get my ass kicked. So I'm just gonna enjoy the day, see how it goes. I slept all right, pretty well. We went to bed fairly early, so it's just weird. I keep forgetting that there's an hour difference time change. So technically last night we went to bed around like 10:30, and then I woke up at like 6 our time. I don't really know, but yeah, we're gonna pack up the car, finishing that up. Got all my garb on for the race. I'm gonna get my bike loaded up. It's all pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna suck down some more carbs before we leave, and I'll be at the start line. So I'm at the Barry warm-up zone. So everyone behind me here is doing laps to warm up their legs before their starts. My wave is at 10:30. So I'm gonna do a few laps, hit the bathroom, give my doggy a kiss for good luck. So far the vibe is really cool here. I was not sure of what to think, but I'm very excited. Everyone seems to be in good spirits. So I'm gonna warm my legs up a little bit more, and then we'll be off to the race.
off the stoplights.
All right, real quick before my wave starts, here's my bike setup. So I've got the feed bag up top, that's where my phone's gonna live, and I have some extra chamois cream and some lip balm. Got my feed bag up here, it has a bottle, a bunch of snacks, and then a bottle with hydration mix, a different type of hydration mix, and then just water as well. And then I have my Garmin, and I'll be using my phone too for GPS, although a few of the routes marked pretty well. And my plate number, and then my seat pack that has all my repair kit in it. So that's pretty much all there is. Oh, and then my new Renanger's Stylacoom tires. Haven't taken much from the race because, well, it's a race. Well, it's kind of turned into a ride, but it is absolutely beautiful, and I feel so lucky to be a part of this event. It's been wonderful. What on earth is happening right now? Oh no. So I had to hike this hill because I'm cramping again, and it looks like there's more. This is amazing. Wonderful. Oh, and here it is. Oh, lovely. Lovely. All right. So we decided to pick up a hotel room because it was super rainy last night after the race. So we found a place, and I think we're in like a place called Benton Harbor or something, or Benton something or other. So I'm just going down to get some free breakfast at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites. Actually, the room was really nice. I slept really well, so not too bad. It climbs to the side. Hello, Stevie. How did you sleep last night? It looks like you had a whole king-size bed to yourself. Look at this mess you made. All right, she's loaded up. Now we're headed to Indiana Dunes if, I don't know, the weather agrees with us. So we made it to Indiana Dunes. We're in the National Lakeshore area. Unfortunately, the place that we stopped, the beach, is closed because of emergency conditions. The water's been really high everywhere that we've been staying, whether that be on a lake or, well, practically an ocean. But it's still very beautiful. It's an overcast day. It's pretty foggy, so you can't really see that far out into the lake, but it's still really nice, and it does remind me a lot of sort of northern Wisconsin on Lake Michigan, that sort of area where you have a lot of like sandy dunes and pine trees and just kind of sort of interesting flora and fauna. But there's some really beautiful houses behind us. I'm sure they get a really beautiful view on nice clear days of the lake. And honestly, the drive isn't all that bad around here. So driving, well, minus Illinois, sorry Illinois, but your highways are trash. They look like trash. They're gross. They need repairing. But once we hit Indiana and then even into Michigan, it's been a fairly easy drive, easy trip. So I would highly recommend it. We have a campsite here. We're likely not going to stay here tonight, but we made the reservation before we realized that the weather had looked really, really good all the way up until this week, but it's supposed to be really bad thunderstorms this evening. So we're likely just gonna drive home, but we wanna go see where we're going to stay for the night. That way in the future, we can just see what the sites look like and try to see some different areas of the park and the beaches, and maybe even hit up the state park side of things because it looked like the beach might be open there. So we'll check it out. Oh, there's the roaming gnome. Yay. It is packed. Our car is disgusting. There's the dog. What do you think, Steve? So we decided to stop at the campsite we reserved for the evening, and I would love to stay here, but it's still, the weather's kind of not great, so I don't know. And the pad is all gravel, but it's actually quite nice here. There's a nice bathroom area, but there's so much greenery around that, like, even if there were a lot of people here, you'd have a lot of privacy. So this is the Dunewood Campground. That's a part of the national park, and we're in the Mather Campground. This is site number 14, just so you know. So if you're looking to travel to Indiana Dunes, this is a very beautiful place. Feels like we're in a rainforest. It's really humid right now. It's really green still. Apparently they've been getting a lot of rain. But I'll show you guys what it kind of looks like, just a general view of the campsite so you can kind of get an idea for it. So we have the little gravel pad, and you get a picnic table and a pretty nice grill slash fire pit area, and a little area so you can hang stuff. There's our car, there's my dog. And then just, yeah, it's really beautiful. And just the way that everything is spaced out, it's like you can see your neighbors, but it's not intrusive, and you're not right on top of each other. So I would definitely consider planning a weekend here. And I think we're gonna see what the off-season camping situation is like here, because we would definitely stay here in the winter. But yeah, there's this nice little trail that takes you right to, I think, the bathrooms and shower area. So at the back of this shower building, there's a little like camp sink area that you can use. And I just wanted to check out the showers. Sorry, Stevie. They don't look too bad. I mean, hopefully the water pressure's all right. I feel like when you do a camping situation, it's like you either get really crappy water pressure or really cold water. It's like one or the other. That's been my experience in most state parks and national areas. Yeah, this is just really beautiful. It's really calm and serene. Here's the back side of the building. Oh yeah, there's a little water fountain area, place to park your bike, recycling, trash, all that good stuff. I appreciate when it's easy to find the bathrooms and they have trash receptacles and things. Keep going. And there's where you pull in. That's the little registration area. And then it shows you which direction to go. This is our lunch spot for the day. Goblin and the Grocer. Excited. We haven't really had the chance to try any like local places, so looking forward to it. So we're technically in, I think it's like Beverly Shores, and this building here is, I guess, a historic train depot. And they've told us that, we got it.
All right, buddy.
Oh, nuclear power.
Should we?
Not creepy at all. Sure.
Oh, we'll go this way. It's pretty. Do you want to try to go down to the beach? We'd have to come back up.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Trying to walk at this point is tough, but here we are. Stevie, get it! Stevie, get it! What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I know. Get it! Get the water! Get the water! Yeah, get it! All right, so we made it to the beach finally. We weren't really sure if we were gonna be able to make it, but the sun came out and it's beautiful. It's a little weird though, because you see this like gorgeous beach, and then behind me is a nuclear power plant, which kind of freaks me out to be this close to be honest. Not a fan of nuclear power. Yeah, kind of freaks me out. But it is gorgeous. And so we took the Mount Baldy trail, so that's how we got to this beach. And it's all sand, so I definitely don't recommend wearing shoes. Probably go barefoot or wear sandals actually. That's what I did. Sandals seem to be a good option. Stevie's behind me. Anytime we take her to the lake, especially a big lake, like a Great Lake, like Lake Michigan, where it has similar waves to an ocean, she likes to bark at the waves. So I captured that a little bit. Oh, it's so gorgeous here. This is amazing. So yeah, we're gonna spend a little more time here. We'll hike back to our car and then we'll start driving home. Oh, I have various plant matter in my hair right now. But yeah, this is gorgeous. Definitely recommend it. Get to check this one off of our, or scratch this off of our map of national parks that we've visited. But yeah, look at this shoreline. It's gorgeous. All the way, just this beach. Oh, yeah. All right, moving on. All right, this is part of the fun. Climbing back up this.
Is this the information you needed to recharge? Sweetheart, you can't fall down there.
We made it home, yay! We're home. We're currently unpacking. We have a lot of stuff in our car. I don't think I ever talked about what happened with my bike race, so I'll chat with y'all, let you know kind of what went down during my race. So I started the race, I felt pretty strongly. So within the first 2 miles, you hit the Three Sisters. If you've done the Barry Roubaix before, it's probably not new to you, but it was very new to me. So it's 3 hill climbs. So there's kind of like, one's kind of a smaller one, the second one is kind of a smaller one, maybe a little bit bigger, and then the third is like a really steep incline. I want to say on my cycling computer it was around maybe like 8 to 10% grade, I don't really remember. So felt okay after that. It hurt a little bit, but yeah, I felt pretty good up until about mile 19, and then I hit a wall. All right, what was I saying? Oh yeah, mile 19. So, let's see. I basically just hit a wall, and what was happening was my quads were cramping really badly, like painful cramping. And then my, oddly enough, my triceps, so like my upper arms, like around here, were also, I think just because of like grabbing onto the bar so much, with all the descents and everything, because it was a hilly course. Michigan, I kind of forget that Michigan isn't like here. It's not as flat in this part of, in that part of the state. So there was a lot of up and down. I think it was close to almost like 2,600 feet of climbing. And I think what had happened was kind of a number of things. So I think I was not hydrated enough in the morning. Honestly, I probably should have done what I usually do, which is chug like a full calorie vitamin water before I even start a race, along with like a full water bottle. And I hadn't done that, and I slept pretty poorly. I slept well, but I was cramped. All right, anyway, I think I had just been super dehydrated. I was a little bit cramped in the back of the car, sleeping on our Lido mattress. The night before, we had driven like 6 hours or something, also the day before, so there's just kind of a lot not in my favor. So yeah, mile 19, the pain began, and I had tried salt tablets, I had tried electrolyte mix, I had tried goo, and pretty much any idea that I had just to try to get my body to function again. Ate bananas, ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Nothing seemed to be helping. So for the last 16 miles of the race, I essentially only rode down hills. I keep having to drop this video and pick it back up. So basically the second half of the race, the last 16 miles, yeah, we're doing some painting in our unit. I didn't really ride up any of the hills. I had to walk pretty much almost all of them, with the exception of a couple really small ones that I was able to just, I literally put my bike in like the lowest, easiest gear and just spun very, very slowly up the hills and just like prayed that I wouldn't cramp. So yeah, that was fun. I had honestly thought about getting pulled or like calling SAG, just because I was in so much pain, like my arms, my legs, like everything. I was just, I don't know, like I've had that happen before on like one other ride, where I was like climbing a hill and like I've had a really bad cramp in my quad, but it was nothing near as bad as what it was during the race. So lesson learned. I mean, I did finish the race. I actually did end up riding the rest of the time. The most miserable 16 miles I've ever ridden in my life, not going to lie, it was terrible. There were a few other things kind of going on with me too, so I think it all just kind of culminated in this experience. But I would definitely do it again. The route was awesome. It was challenging and fun, and that's what I really liked about it. And I would just wish I had been in like full good like mental and physical health for it. I was just a little ill prepared, and like there's things I probably could have done that would have prevented that from happening, or at least yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. It was also really hot. So the whole time that we were planning this trip, we had been looking at the weather, and it had said, oh, it was going to be like maybe around 70 degrees as like the high. And then it turned out to be like 80 or 82 or something like that. But it was humid. So I was also sweating a hell of a lot more than I thought I would have been on the bike. And there was one other fellow, I don't know if he got swept, but I didn't end up seeing him like the last 5 miles of the ride, but he too was experiencing the same exact thing that I was. So we were both just kind of or like, you know, I would go ahead of him, he would go ahead of me. We were just kind of like kept meeting up with each other, and both were just having a moment, very, very painful ride experience. So yeah, I mean, it made me feel a little bit better that I wasn't the only one, but it was just, I don't know, never had that happen before. And I've like pushed my body really, really freaking hard before, you know, whether that be in CrossFit workouts or cycling or whatever. So I know that I'm physically capable of doing it, and at like a competitive-ish pace. You know, I mean, my goal was just to finish, to be honest, just to finish, because it was a longer race than I've ever done on gravel, and just to see I was hoping to get it done sub 3 hours. It took me over 3 hours to do 36 miles. My average pace was so slow. So yeah, I would love to do it again. Maybe a little bit in a better situation. Maybe staying in a hotel versus camping the night before, and being a little bit smarter about my hydration and my training for said event. So it's okay. The rest of the weekend, as you can see, was amazing. So thank y'all for watching. If you like this content and want to see more, subscribe so you can see my dog and how cute she is. And thank you all. And let me know if you have any comments. Follow me at Spokehaven on Instagram. Go to spokehaven.com or email at info@spokehaven. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, like the video, share, whatever, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next video.